Welcome to the 2014-2015 Manchester United season preview. This evening we are joined by Gaz.
Hello.
That's literally all he offers. Joshy and Adam, big time Reds, you know where they are. Right, let's talk about this. Pellegrini says no, Wenger says yes. Are Manchester United ready for this season? Adam?
No, not right now, no. I think it'd be stupid to say we are. It's quite obvious we need to strengthen in some areas. Though we all know what those areas are, and it's time Ed Woodward sorted it out.
Joshy, what are those areas? Adam's playing games, he's being coy.
Well, I don't know. Well, we've lost a lot of experience at the back. Changes to this new system means we've only got three centre backs, so that's the system is three centre backs. So even a single injury puts that into jeopardy. So that's an obvious area where we need to strengthen. Left wing back or left defence, whatever now. Depending on the system we're playing. We've only got Luke Shaw, although Ashley Young has played there in pre-season. So we'll see how that goes. Central midfield is an obvious one as well. So there's a few areas there that need to be looked at quite quickly, I think.
Gaz, I'd love your opinion on this. Before you give it to me, I will remind you that we are recording this on Monday the 10th, is it? Of August? 11th of August.
11th.
So you might be watching this on Tuesday, that's the day it's going up, and overnight Woodward has bought 7 players. Very
It's
unlikely,
not gonna happen.
but obviously...
Definitely going to happen.
Yeah, we don't know. So if we have bought players and we discuss these things, get over it. Gaz, midfielders, defenders, are we all right? Are we set? We've bought Herrera.
Like Josh said, we've only got 3 centre-halves, and we're playing in a system that plays 3 centre-halves. And 2 of those centre-halves get injured for about 6 months a season. So we honestly, people are saying, well, we definitely need a centre-back. I think we need about 2 centre-backs, and maybe promote Keane or something from the youth. But yeah, obviously that everyone knows about the centre midfield situation. We've had that situation for 4 years now, ever since Scholes started to go off the mark. Well, retired, not off the mark.
Yeah, you want to watch your language.
So yeah, we need a centre midfielder. I personally don't think our wingers are good enough. Even though I know that we're starting playing wing backs. Ashley Young, he can't be. He's not good enough for United, especially if we're looking to win the league.
Full on nearly bottled you. You want to wind your neck in about Paul Scholes.
But I meant when he retired, I didn't mean.
That's right, I mean playing. If we look at other teams, Pellegrini says Manchester City aren't ready for the league yet. How do we compare to them at the moment?
Well, I think they're streets ahead of us at the moment. They're current champions, so how can they not be ready for the league? They've added in sort of a couple of key positions. They've just signed Mangala today. That's a key area for them. They should be ready. They've got two top players in each position, and Pellegrini's had the same pre-season as everyone else. It's just games. He knows that they will be ready. This will probably be a better title defence than last time around. And yeah, I think they're in a much better position than we are.
Okay, so let's look at this. Adam, our squad you don't think is ready for this season. However, do you think it's better than the squad we had last year? Have we improved over the last year? We've got a new manager and 2 new players.
On paper, we haven't improved, no. I think mentally the team's going to be in a better position than we were last season. I think they've got a manager that will approach the season completely different to what we did last season, and mentally we'll be prepared better. But I think on paper our squad isn't as good as it was last season. No chance. We still had Vidic, Rio, Evra, Giggs. Say what you want about them, yes, they're, towards the end of their careers, they still provide us with a lot of experience. This year we're going into it, we've got Jones, Smalling, Evans. After that, I think Keane's going out on loan, so we might just be left with Blackett. Bit of a worry.
After I just brought him up before.
Don't worry, guys. Yeah. No one thinks you're silly.
Did not know that information.
It's all right. I mean, you would have thought you'd have researched before coming on a Manchester United YouTube show.
Yeah.
This isn't ITV, yeah?
No,
we do our research.
We're not going to do it for you.
Right, shut up. Anyway, the squad. I think the squad is as good as it was last year. To be honest, like Adam says, the players that have retired, I think we're going off the boil anyway. I mean, I don't think Vidic is.
I didn't say it's as good as it was last year. I said it's worse this year.
You said it's worse than it is last year.
So we sat them apart. This kind of tension.
Come on, guys, listen.
But yeah, I think the additions of Herrera, I think he's going to be a great player for us. I still think he needs the right player to play alongside him in central midfield. But yeah, I think the players that have retired, they were going off form anyway in the last season. And I think the additions of Shaw and Herrera, and I do think we will sign one more player. So I think going into the season, at the end of the transfer market, we'll have a decent squad, but not a good squad.
Come on, Joshy.
I mean, in terms of numbers, we've obviously lost quite a few, and there may be more going out. So the squad, yeah, on paper doesn't look as strong. But remember, these players did not play to their level last year because of David Moyes and the Evertonisation of the club. But with Louis van Gaal, yeah, exactly. With Louis van Gaal in, we've already seen them play the pre-season. Yeah, it's only pre-season. But this time last year, we were talking about defeats in Southeast Asia, to really poor sides. Now we're talking about having beaten the likes of Real Madrid, the Champions League winners, Liverpool, etc. So there is a bit of optimism there. And if Van Gaal can get this squad playing, then we can get back to towards what we were like. Remember, the majority of the squad are Premier League winners. They know how to win the league, and there's top class talent there. So there's a few key areas now because of the way in which people have left. Like Vidic wouldn't have left if David Moyes wasn't in charge. I firmly believe that. I think Evra, that was a maybe. Rio was always probably going to leave. But these players, yeah, they had a lot of experience, but it's time for people to come in and make an impact. So I'm optimistic. I haven't got high expectations, but obviously as a fan, you hope that things go well.
Okay, what we've done there is just address playing staff. If we look at the fact that we now have Louis van Gaal ahead of David Moyes, obviously this time last year we didn't know that David Moyes was going to be a car crash. But
I did.
Would you say overall, if you look at squad and management, we're a better place than we were last year?
I think in terms of squad, I think Louis van Gaal's got the benefit of having no European football. So we've only got 38 league games, 2 cup competitions. He's got that time to build a squad. We don't need as big a squad as we would have done if we were still in the European competitions. But I still think, looking at the face of it, 3 domestic competitions, I don't think we've got enough. Up front we have, in the attacking positions, number 10, in your 2 front positions, we've got more than enough depth in those areas. But key areas, central midfield, I mean, Herrera's looking good, but he's been playing most games with Fletcher. Is Fletcher going to survive a whole season? No chance. Mike Carrick's still injured. He's out for 6 more weeks, is it? Yeah. So we're without Carrick. Those areas need looked at. They've needed looking at for a while, and if we don't get those sorted out, then we will struggle at times.
I've been saying it for a while. I think the centre midfield situation could be solved by a player we've already got in the squad, and that's Wayne Rooney. I think Wayne Rooney can play there. Honestly, I do.
I think he can play there, but you don't play him there because why? It's like, why are we doing that? We're Manchester United at the end of the day. We don't take one of our best strikers and say, all right, let's make him a central midfielder. We should be going out and buying one of the best central midfielders or one of the best.
Yeah, but then what do you do? But then what do you do with like players who play in the number 10 role? Would you get rid of Kagawa or Mata? Because Kagawa, he needs games, and
well, that's interesting.
Unless they can drop back into the centre midfield role.
There's been a bit of talk of Kagawa playing in a deeper role, hasn't there? Yeah. Louis van Gaal mentioned it. Kagawa just did he mentioned number 6 or 8, right? Yeah, whatever. Gary Pallister played 6, so he wasn't a central midfielder. But the point being,
Wes Brown role.
Yeah, exactly. The point being, that's possibly an area he's looking at. But even then, you're still looking for one more player to come in because that's not his natural role, or at least that's not where he's been playing in the last few seasons. So instead of sort of adapting a player into a sort of a position, which is fine, it can work out for you. At this stage, you'd want someone to come in, top-class player. We won't mention any names.
We'll be weaker up front as well.
We'll bring up some names in the second part of this season preview. Check it out. You're on YouTube. You know how it works. Find the link. Click it. Watch it.
Vidal is such an important player. For me, he's top 5 in the world. And I think just signing Vidal, because for me, if we don't sign anyone now and we go into the season with the squad that we've got now, I think top 4 will be a struggle.